All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Lalima Aneja Dang and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Campaigning for second phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam to end this evening, polling on Thursday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address rallies in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry today. Over 6 crore 5 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country. WHO to release a report on the origins of COVID-19 today. Jal Jeevan Mission achieves a new milestone of providing tap water to over 4 crore rural households. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to attend 9th Ministerial Conference of Heart of Asia Istanbul process on Afghanistan at Dushanbe in Tajikistan today. Traffic resumes in Suez Canal after stranded cargo ship fully refloated. U.S. suspends all trade engagement with Myanmar until elected government returns. Delhi sizzles at 40.1 degrees Celsius, hottest March day in 76 years. And India moves up to 7th position in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League standings. As the number of COVID cases are on the rise again, we appeal to our listeners not to lower the guard, take all precautions and all those above 45 years to get vaccinated without any hesitation. Stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing and focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. Campaigning for the second phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam will end this evening. The polling for this phase will be held on the 1st of April for 30 assembly constituencies in West Bengal and 39 seats in Assam. In West Bengal, 171 candidates, including 19 female candidates, are in the fray. Our correspondent reports that candidates in this phase include seasoned politicians, actors, former ministers, cricketers, as also former IPS officers. Home Minister Amit Shah, the BJP's star campaigner, is scheduled to hold 3 road shows, including in Nandigram and Debra. Mithun Chakrabarti is expected to participate in 4 road shows, including the last one at Nandigram in favour of Shubhendu Adhikari. Trinamool Congress Chief and State Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee will continue her road shows in Nandigram. Sanયુક્ત Morcha supported CPIM candidate Meenakshi Mukherjee is also expected to continue her door-to-door campaign. At the same time, electioneering for the later phases is also going on. Leaders of BJP, Trinamool Congress and Sanયુક્ત Morcha will be crisscrossing the districts to woo the voters. In Assam, a total of 345 candidates, including 26 women, are contesting in this phase. Several star campaigners are scheduled to address election rallies today to woo voters. Our correspondent reports that in this election, several journalists are contesting for a seat in the State Assembly. Here's a report.
After covering several election campaigns as a journalist, some of the senior scribes in Assam are grabbing headlines this time as candidates. Senior journalist Adip Fugon, who worked in various capacities earlier, is trying his political luck at the East Guwahati seat for Assam Jatiya Parishad. Against him, Raijar Dal, who is in alliance with Assam Jatiya Parishad, has given ticket to former news presenter Divas Fukan. Another former senior scribe, Manjit Mahanta, is vying for the prestigious Dispur seat. He is a member of the Anchalik Gana Morcha, a partner of the Mahachot or Grand Alliance, but has submitted his nomination for the Congress. A former Indian Information Service officer, the state BJP president Ranjit Kumar Das, who is contesting from the Patasargusi seat in this election, also worked as a journalist. The Congress has again fielded former journalist Kishore Bhattacharya from the Kamalpur seat. Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
Meanwhile, campaigning is also gaining momentum in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry, where assembly elections will be held in a single phase on 6th of April. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will campaign for NDA candidates in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry today. Mr. Modi will address a public meeting at Palakkad in Kerala in the forenoon. He will address a public meeting at Dharapuram in Tamil Nadu in the afternoon and will address a public meeting in Puducherry later. More from our Palakkad correspondent.
On the first leg of his campaigning in Kerala, the Prime Minister will address a public meeting at the historic Fort Maidan in Palakkad this morning. Metroman E. Sridharan is seeking mandate as NDA candidate from Palakkad constituency, where the technocrat is poised to face intense triangular electoral fight with the incumbent UDF contestant and LDF candidate. Development issues related to drinking water, agriculture, industry and environment have come in for heated debates in the current poll campaign in Palakkad, the second largest rice-producing district in the state. As Prime Minister, this is Mr. Narendra Modi's second visit to Palakkad. Security has been stepped up in the area ahead of the Prime Minister's visit. Prakash Sridharan, AIR News, Palakkad.
BJP President JP Nadu will address 3 public meetings in Assam today. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will also be in Assam today, while Party General Secretary Priyanka Vadra will address corner meetings in different districts of Kerala. In Tamil Nadu, leaders of political parties along with their alliance partners are conducting roadshows, rallies and door-to-door canvassing as polls are a week away. AIADMK Joint Coordinator and Chief Minister Palaniswamy has said that minorities were safe in his regime and the opposition parties were accusing them falsely of discrimination. He also listed out the achievements of his government. DMK leader Stalin criticized the AIADMK government for not providing safety to the people. BJP leader and Karnataka Home Minister Ishwarappa in his campaign at Krishnagiri said that the ruling BJP government at the centre always gave priority to the country's development. CPM General Secretary Sitaram Yechuri accused the BJP of privatizing all the PSUs. We have more from our Chennai correspondent.
As electioneering reaches a feverish pitch, the cause for concern is the increase in COVID-19 cases. The state has crossed the 2,000 limit for the second day. Vaccination has also increased in all the districts. Now that anyone can avail the facility by producing Aadhaar card or identity card, people have shown interest in getting inoculated. The awareness programs of the health department also continues in all the district health centers and also at public places. Those who are violating the basic health safety features of wearing a mask have been penalized. Yesterday, a passenger was deplaned after the authorities were alerted after his COVID results were declared. With Diksha, Joy, AIR News, Chennai.
Today is the last day for filing of nomination to the by-election to Noksen Assembly constituency in Tuensang district of Nagaland. Scrutiny of nominations will be held tomorrow, while the last date for withdrawal of candidature will be 3rd of April. Polling will be held on 17th April across 23 polling stations. Counting will take place on May the 2nd. The Noksen seat fell vacant following the demise of the sitting Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Justice and Law, C.M. Chang, on October 12 last year.
The Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, has summoned Anup Maji aka Lala, the alleged mastermind of the illegal coal smuggling scam in West Bengal, for questioning at its Kolkata office today. Maji has been asked to appear before CBI at 11 a.m. at the agency's Nizam Palace office in Kolkata. Earlier this month, the CBI had interrogated Trinamool Congress MP Abhishek Banerjee's sister-in-law Menika Gambhir. The agency had also interrogated Gambhir's husband and father-in-law in connection with the coal scam. President Ramnath Kovind has prorogued the 5th session of 17th Lok Sabha. The session had commenced on 29th January. The President had also prorogued the Rajya Sabha. The House was adjourned sine die on the 25th of this month. Over 6,530,000 beneficiaries have been administered COVID-19 vaccine in the country till now. 68,020 new COVID-19 cases were reported in the 24-hour period, and with this the total cases have reached 1,20,39,644. Till now, 1,13,55,900 persons have recovered from COVID-19. The recovery rate is now at 94.32%. 8 states, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Chhattisgarh have reported a high number of COVID daily new cases. 84.5% of the new cases are reported from these 8 states. Maharashtra reported highest daily new cases at 40,414 yesterday. Talking to AIR News, Niti Aayog member V.K. Paul said this program will be further accelerated in the near future.
The country has achieved a very important milestone in COVID-19 vaccination program. We have now given more than 6 crore doses to our people, and this program will gain further acceleration and further speed when from the 1st of April all Indians who are 45 years or more will be eligible for vaccination. We are working hard as a nation to fight corona and defeat corona, vaccinating the largest number of people through the world's largest vaccination program.
Maharashtra has become the first state in the country to cross the milestone of 50 lakh beneficiaries in COVID-19 vaccination. As per COVID portal's data till date, 52,35,646 beneficiaries were vaccinated in the state. Around 7,21,000 beneficiaries have taken the second dose of vaccine, taking the total number of doses to more than 59.5 lakh. Mumbai has also taken the lead in vaccination drive. It has already crossed the mark of 10 lakh doses few days ago. Even on the day of Holi, vaccination centers were working in Mumbai. More than 10,000 beneficiaries took the first jab of vaccine. Our correspondent reports that BMC is planning to ramp up vaccination to 1 lakh persons per day. As from 1st of April, all citizens above the age of 45 will be eligible for vaccination. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa reviewed the COVID situation in Bengaluru yesterday. Ministers of Health, Revenue, Education and Excise were present during the meeting along with senior officers. Briefing media later, the Chief Minister said that the spike in COVID cases, especially in Bengaluru urban district, is a matter of grave concern. He ruled out lockdown or night curfew measures. The Chief Minister stressed that infection is spreading more among people within the age group of 20 and 40 years, adding that deaths are more among those above 60 years. He said tracing, testing, treatment of COVID-positive persons will be strengthened. The CM informed that 6.61 lakh persons are vaccinated in the state and sufficient beds are being made available for the COVID-positive patients. The state reported 2,792 new COVID cases and 16 deaths yesterday. We have more from our Bengaluru correspondent.
A ban is imposed on holding parties at apartment complexes, and also protest or strike will not be allowed for a period of 15 days to halt the COVID-19 surge in Bengaluru. The Chief Minister has asked authorities to punish those not wearing masks. He has appealed to public to follow COVID norms. The state reported 2,792 new COVID cases, 16 deaths and 1,964 recoveries yesterday. The positivity rate increased to 3.20%, but the fatality rate remained low at 0.57%. The State Health Department conducted 87,197 COVID tests yesterday, out of which 83,142 were RT-PCR tests. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Talking to AIR News, Dr. Sanjay Pandey of G.V. Pant Hospital, Delhi said that vaccination will record sharp rise as government has now allowed that everyone above 45 can get the jab.
जो भी वैक्सीन हमारे कंट्री में लग रहे हैं, आप देखें तो वैक्सीनेशन की जो रफ्तार है धीरे धीरे तेज हो रही है और हमें लगता है कि 1 अप्रैल से जब हम उस अनिवार्यता को खत्म कर देंगे जिसमें कोमॉर्बिडिटी 45 प्लस के लिए थी, तो वैक्सीनेशन काफी तेजी से होगा और उम्मीद है कि 2 से 3 महीनों के अंदर हम इस लक्ष्य को पूरा कर लेंगे और उससे हमें जो अभी कोविड का एक चक्र चालू हुआ है जिसमें केसेज काफी तेजी से बढ़े हैं, 8,000 केस थे फरवरी लास्ट तक और अभी हमारे पास करीब 62,000 केसेज रोज आ रहे हैं, तो उम्मीद है कि इस साइकिल को ब्रेक हम कर पाएंगे.
A report on the origins of COVID-19, set to be released by the World Health Organization (WHO) today, finds animal-to-human transmission the most likely cause of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to CNN, the report will find that it is most likely that a bat somewhere in China or in Southeast Asia getting the virus into animals and then that getting into the market in Wuhan. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said during a news conference in Geneva that all hypotheses into the origins of the novel coronavirus are on the table. He said it warrants complete and further study ahead of a long-awaited report that will be released today. Tedros said the WHO received the full mission report over the weekend on the origins of the SARS-CoV-2 virus from the team that visited Wuhan earlier this year. The report was sent to member states under embargo. Under the Vaccine Maitri initiative of the Government of India, 4 nations received the Made in India COVID-19 vaccines yesterday. Planes carrying the consignments of vaccine doses landed in Fiji, Zimbabwe, Niger and Paraguay. Prime Minister of Fiji, Frank Bainimarama, thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for helping them take the giant step towards a post-pandemic future for Fiji and for the world. President of Paraguay, Marito Abdo, thanked India for sending 1 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine. The President of Zimbabwe thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for supplying the vital first shipment of 75,000 Covaxin vaccines. Public Health Minister of Niger, Ahmed Boto, received 25,000 doses of vaccine at the airport from the Ambassador of India. Under the Vaccine Maitri initiative, India has already provided coronavirus vaccines to over 70 countries.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Campaigning for second phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam to end this evening, holding on Thursday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address rallies in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry today. Over 6 crore 5 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country. WHO to release a report on the origins of COVID-19 today. Jal Jeevan Mission achieves a new milestone of providing tap water to over 4 crore rural households. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to attend the 9th Ministerial Conference of Heart of Asia Istanbul process on Afghanistan at Dushanbe in Tajikistan today. Traffic resumes in Suez Canal after stranded cargo ship fully refloated. US suspends all trade engagement with Myanmar until elected government returns. Delhi sizzles at 40.1 degrees Celsius, hottest March day in 76 years. And India moves up to 7th position in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League standings. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
Jal Jeevan Mission has achieved a new milestone of providing tap water to over 4 crore rural households in the country. The mission was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the 15th of August 2019 with the aim to provide tap water supply to every rural home by 2024. Here's more in this report.
7.24 crore, more than a third of rural households are now getting potable water through taps. Goa has become the first state in the country to provide 100% tap water supply, followed by Telangana and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The untiring efforts of states and union territories have helped the mission to provide assured tap water supply to every family living in 56 districts and over 86,000 villages. States and UTs are now competing with each other to ensure that every household in the country gets safe drinking water. Tanvi Khurana, News Desk.
Government has received multiple expressions of interest for privatization of Neelachal Ispat Nigam Limited NINL. In a tweet, Secretary, Department of Investment and Public Asset Management said the transaction moves ahead to the second stage on schedule. Earlier, the government had invited bids to privatize NINL, seeking to divest 93.7% stake held by 4 central public sector enterprises and 2 Odisha government PSUs. In January last year, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs had given in-principle approval for strategic disinvestment of equity shareholding of Minerals and Metals Trading Corporation Limited, National Mineral Development Corporation MECON and Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, as well as 2 Odisha state government PSUs in Neelachal Ispat Nigam Limited to a strategic buyer identified through a 2-stage auction procedure.
The new version of Exam Warriors, written by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is now available with many new mantras for students as well as parents. It is available online and also at retail stores. The Exam Warriors module is available on the Namo app too. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi said the new edition of the book has been enriched with valuable input from students, parents and teachers. He said substantive new parts have been added that would especially interest the parents and teachers. He said the book reaffirms the need to remain stress-free before an exam. The Prime Minister added that it has many interactive activities for students and parents. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will attend the 9th Ministerial Conference of Heart of Asia Istanbul process on Afghanistan today at Dushanbe in Tajikistan. Dr. Jaishankar reached Dushanbe yesterday on a 3-day visit. Dr. Jaishankar called on President of Afghanistan Ashraf Ghani before the commencement of Heart of Asia conference. Mr. Ghani and Dr. Jaishankar shared their perspectives on the peace process. As a lead country for trade, commerce and investment, confidence-building measure under Heart of Asia Istanbul process, India has made concerted efforts for strengthening regional connectivity for the greater economic integration of Afghanistan with the region. The visit will further enhance the outreach to Central Asian countries with a special focus on Afghanistan.
The cargo Ever Given, which had blocked Suez Canal for almost a week, has been freed and is now on the move. The Suez Canal Authority has announced that the ship has been successfully refloated and is no longer grounded. Reports said the Ever Given was underway and heading for Great Bitter Lake, further along the canal about 45 kilometers away. Boskalis, the salvage company involved in the rescue, said the ship would undergo a full inspection there. The Maritime Solutions provider in charge of technical management of the vessel said that all 25 Indian crew on board are safe and in good health. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi hailed the success of an operation to unwedge the giant container ship. The cargo ship is operated by Taiwanese-based Evergreen Marine Corporation. United States has said it is immediately suspending all trade engagement with Myanmar under 2013 agreement until the return of a democratically elected government. U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai said that Myanmar security forces' killing of peaceful protesters, students, workers and labor leaders and children has shocked the conscience of the international community. Saturday was the bloodiest day of protests in Myanmar since the February 1 military coup, with 114 people killed. 5 more were killed yesterday when thousands took to the streets again in opposition to the military returning to power after a decade. U.S. Trade Representative said that these actions are a direct assault on the country's transition to democracy.
Nepal government has decided to close all educational institutions till Friday due to the degrading air quality. The decision was taken at an emergency meeting of the Ministry of Education yesterday. However, universities and educational institutions which have been holding all sorts of exams can continue their operation adopting appropriate security measures. Education Ministry has requested parents to ensure that children are mostly staying indoors, limiting their exposure to hazardous haze that has shrouded Nepali skies in recent days. Due to wildfire in more than 54 districts, air quality has deteriorated sharply for the past few days, with thick smog blanketing most of the country. Meteorologists say that it will take a few more days for the air to become clear and breathable. President, Vice President and Prime Minister have greeted the people of Rajasthan on their state formation day. President Ramnath Kovind said, with the multicolored beauty of nature and folk life, the people of Rajasthan have cherished the tradition of gaiety and hospitality. Mr. Kovind extended best wishes for the golden future of the state. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said, Rajasthan, the land of Rajas, is known for its rich history, beautiful culture and architectural grandeur. He extended best wishes for the progress and prosperity of the state and well-being of its people. Greeting people on Rajasthan Divas, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, Rajasthan is known for its rich culture and heritage.
India moved up to the 7th position on the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League standings after their 7-run win over England in the 3rd ODI. The victory helped India seal a 2-1 win over England in the series. Despite the loss, England remained the top-ranked team in the standings with 40 points. The Super League started in July last year with England's 3-match series against Ireland. It includes 12 full members of the ICC along with Netherlands, who won the 2015-2017 ICC World Cricket League Championship to qualify for the competition. Teams that finish within the top 8 will gain automatic qualification for the 2023 World Cup scheduled to be held in India.
National capital yesterday recorded a maximum temperature of 40.1 degrees Celsius, the highest temperature in March since 1945. India Meteorological Department said Delhi is under a severe heat wave as maximum temperature is 8 degrees above the average for this time of the season. A heat wave is declared if the maximum temperature reaches at least 40 degrees Celsius or more for plains, and it is a severe heat wave if the departure from the average is more than 6.4 degrees Celsius. However, the temperature will decrease over the weekend and reach 37 degrees by Sunday.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. National capital Delhi is likely to have strong surface winds during daytime. Temperature will hover between 19 and 38 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 32 degrees. Chennai is expected to have mainly clear sky. The temperature will vary between 27 and 36 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky. The city recorded minimum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 38 degrees. Srinagar will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will hover between 10 and 18 degrees Celsius. Jammu will have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 31 degrees. Leh will have partly cloudy sky. Minimum temperature was 2 degrees Celsius, while the maximum should be around 11 degrees. Gilgit will also have partly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 11 and 23 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will witness mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The temperature will hover between 13 and 27 degrees Celsius. In Dehradun, minimum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 34. The city will observe mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Chandigarh will have mainly clear sky. The temperature is likely to hover between 22 and 35 degrees Celsius. In Hyderabad, the minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 40 degrees.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Most of the papers have not issued print edition today, owing to the Holi celebrations yesterday. However, there have been some e-editions of the papers. Jaishankar meets Iranian counterpart, discusses bilateral cooperation is a Tribune headline. External Affairs Minister arrives at Tajik capital to attend the 9th Heart of Asia Istanbul Process Ministerial Conference, says the report. PM Modi's Puducherry visit, drones, UAVs banned to tighten security, says the Hindustan Times headline. Waze case. NIA now fishes out Aurangabad car number plate from Methi is a headline in Times of India. Vehicles and number plates appear to be inextricably intertwined with the case of explosives found near industrialist Mukesh Ambani's residence and the subsequent murder of businessman Mansukh Hirain. Retail loans set to become largest segment for Indian banking industry, says the Business Standard. Another story in the paper says IMD predicts intense wet spell in northeastern states, issues orange alert.
In some interesting news, a video shared by Indian Ambassador in US, Taranjeet Singh Sandhu, featuring some members of the US Navy, has garnered much praise from netizens. Shared on Sandhu's official Twitter handle, the video shows the group of 4 US Navy members singing a popular Bollywood song accompanied with instruments. The clip was also shared on the US Navy's band's Twitter. Before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Campaigning for second phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam to end this evening. Polling on Thursday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address rallies in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry today. Over 6 crore 5 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country. WHO to release a report on the origins of COVID-19 today. Jal Jeevan Mission achieves a new milestone of providing tap water to over 4 crore rural households. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to attend 9th Ministerial Conference of Heart of Asia Istanbul Process on Afghanistan at Dushanbe in Tajikistan today. Traffic resumes in Suez Canal after stranded cargo ship fully refloated. U.S. suspends all trade engagement with Myanmar until elected government returns. Delhi sizzles at 40.1 degrees Celsius, hottest March day in 76 years. And India moves up to the 7th position in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup Super League standings. And with that, we end the morning news.